Hey, welcome to the Real Talk Podcast with Pastor Robert the
RNDiva.
Oh, RNDiva, we're so glad to be with you. How are things going?
Everything is everything. No complaints, because who would listen?
Who would listen, and what's it going to do anyway, right?
And what it's going to do.
All right. Well, I tell you what, there's a lot going on in the world, and so we're going to hit a couple of those things today. And so I want you all to now like, subscribe, share this right now. If you're listening on Spotify, give us a good rating, and let's go into this. We have some exciting stuff for you. Let's see what's going on in the news. We have a situation here in Florida. It always seems to be in Florida. I don't know what it is, but here we go.
Look at them.
Yeah. It says here, this is from the Daily Beast. White woman who killed black mom admitted hurling the N-word, cops say. Now, for those of you who do not know, there's this lady here pictured in this screen there. She shot and killed a 36-year-old black woman over a fight over the kid's iPad. Yes, you heard right. I'm going to go ahead and read a little bit of this, and then we're going to let the RNDiva do her commentary and roll on this. This is coming from Ocala, Florida, Marion County, Florida, right up the road from here in the Tampa Bay area. It says this white woman accused of killing a black mother in front of her children admitted to calling the family racial slurs in the past, police say. Susan Lawrence, there she is, Susan Lawrence, also allegedly claimed that she acted out of self-defense and purchased a gun used in the shooting of after a previous run-in with a mother of four, Ajiki Owens. Lawrence was arrested Tuesday and charged with manslaughter for fatally shooting Owens, 35. Look at that beautiful woman. Beautiful woman.
Absolutely stunning.
Through a locked door. Now, pay attention to this. Through a locked door after Owens knocked on the door to confront Lawrence for harassing her kids. Go ahead, Shonda.
Let's just, first and foremost, let's have a moment of silence for this beautiful woman who lost her life protecting her children, if we could. Amen. Listen. It's always Florida, ain't it?
Tell you.
It's always Florida. And here it is right up the street. This story has so many holes in it. And I'm curious to see what the state of Florida does with this individual. Right. Okay. Okay. Because her account of events just does not make sense. It just doesn't. She was in fear for her life. She bought the gun when?
A year ago.
She bought the gun a year ago. She was in fear for her life. The door was locked. And the woman was standing at her door with her 9-year-old child standing next to her. This woman shot through the door. She said she was in fear of her life, that the woman was screaming, "I'm going to kill you." From what reports say, and the neighbors who were listening as well, because they know that there's been some contention between the two, because this lady has been harassing these little black kids that play in the empty lot. Well, not even a lot, the empty grassy area in their development. They play. So she doesn't like that. I guess they're too close for comfort for her. So she had been harassing these children. So that very day, this particular day, the children were playing, and apparently one of them must have brought their iPad out there with them. You know, kids take their foolishness, their foolishness outside with them and put it down and forget where they put it. And here's the issue. Well, the woman went out there after the kids went home and forgot the iPad. She went out there and took that child's iPad. Well, the mother went to retrieve the iPad and basically to tell this lady, I'm gonna need you to stay away from my kids, because at some point this lady even took an umbrella and swung it at one of the children at a different time, at a different episode. So she had it out for these kids. She called them the N-word. She called them slaves. Now I'm gonna be absolutely 100% with you.
Well, come on, bring it 100.
I don't get worked up when you call me a slave.
Okay.
Because look where I am now.
Right.
Okay.
All right.
But if you say the N-word within earshot of me, I'm coming to see you. Okay. So I'm gonna need you to tread lightly, and more people with more and more people with no melanin are using that word because they know it's a trigger. There used to be a time where they wouldn't do it as much because they know they'd get the beat down. But now it seems to be, it's carte blanche. They're using it just to set us off. Part of me is like, don't feed into it. The other part of me is like, get that ass. But I digress. So this lady had been having problems with this Caucasian woman. It's the caucasity of it all. Look at that. She says she was in fear of her life. The lady was behind a door. She shot through a door. That woman didn't have a chance to duck. That woman didn't have a chance to grab her child and get out of the way. And I'm curious to see what the state of Florida puts out as charges against this woman. Because had the roles been reversed, it would be completely different. It took them a while to arrest this woman.
Yeah.
So they finally got her into custody, and I'm not sure if they granted her bail. But
not as of yet.
Okay, but to me, it seems as if it's a double standard. And it's to the point where I'm so tired of saying it and so tired of hearing it. How many times do we have to lose someone of color before they just say, okay, now this is it's just inhumane at this point, So I'm waiting to see what the charges are. I'm gonna see how well they stick, because she was in fear of her life behind a door, as this woman was. Only thing the woman said, from what the neighbor said, she said was, I know you're in there. Now, if that sounds like I'm going to kill you, I think we probably need to come up with another language, because it doesn't sound like English to me. What part of that is threatening? What part of that is threatening? But somebody somewhere with the lack of melanin will say, oh, she was threatening her. That sounded like a threat to me. So, there's always going to be somebody that's going to, coddle the situation. This lady was wrong. She should be charged with attempted murder of that 9-year-old that was standing next to that woman. Those kids lost their mother. And now they have to deal with this, the stigma of being the children of a woman that was arrested for killing a Black woman. It's going to be a hot mess for these children now. It's not just the woman shot their mother and she's gone. It's more than that. They got it, and they gonna need therapy. I don't know. The answer is treat everybody the same, and she should get the same charges that woman would have got if the roles were reversed. I can't hear you. I can't hear you. This man.
There we go.
What happened?
I don't know. The sound went up, but we're still rolling. One of the things that the policeman said that nobody said they heard her threaten to kill her. Okay?
Exactly.
All right.
Exactly.
Also, Lorenz claimed that Miss Owens was trying to break into her apartment as hard as she could by beating the door, but she also admitted that Owens never tried the door handle. A lot of contradictions in this story.
Right. Make it make sense, ma'am.
Then also, she told the Marion County Police that she went to her bedroom to retrieve her Remington 380.
Absolutely.
Which she purchased a year before.
What does that sound like to you?
Owens. Premeditation.
Okay, sir. Thank you and very much.
Premeditation.
Thank you. Gracias very much.
Lorenz said that she panicked after grabbing the gun and shot one round through the front door. Oh, she panicked.
She panicked.
It said that Lorenz advised that she was just fearful for her life and was thinking, go away, get out of the situation, and just go away already. She felt that she was in mortal danger. Well, that didn't sound like danger to me.
You know, it's make it make sense. It's funny, you know, to me, somebody that has a firearm needs to have a cool head. Now, although I am a hothead at times, I have firearms. And if you're easily to make panic, you don't need a firearm. And if you have a knee-jerk reaction and your knee-jerk reaction is to fire and not call 911, then I'm having a problem with you, ma'am. And your story is just not gelling. I need you to step back, take 10 paces back, and have several seats. Because that is a whole blatant lie you just made up. You're gonna make it up as you go along.
Yeah,
that's how you know somebody lying.
That's what
because none of the stuff fits.
No, not at all. Not at all. Let's see this read further. She also, here we go. It gets good. Police conduct the second interview with Lorenz on Tuesday after speaking with neighbors and witnesses. Many of them described Lorenz as an antagonist.
No.
Who frequently harassed the kids in the area, calling them racial slurs, and called in false police reports on them. Oh, no. This is premeditated.
Oh!
This is murder one here. This is murder one. This is homicide. Yeah, this is homicide here. Lorenz admitted to having used the N-word toward children out of anger in the past and also to calling children other derogatory terms. Police also noted the contradictions in her statements. First, she called the police. Watch this. At 8:54 p.m. Friday with a trespass complaint. Claiming
Pay attention
Owens'
to the
children,
times.
Right.
Pay attention to the times.
Right. Claiming Owens' children who lived across the street were playing near her property. She was on the phone with the dispatcher until 8:59. Just 2 minutes later, the police began receiving calls from people who heard a gunshot. Police said that the timeline was inconsistent with Lorenz's previous claim that about 15 minutes passed between her ending her 911 call and shooting Owens. No, it looked like it was 2 minutes.
Exactly.
Including 2 to 5 minutes of Owens being loudly on the door. Lorenz was confronted with the inconsistency and asked if it was possible. Isn't it wonderful that they just so nicely questioned her and, asked her what happened and just, hearing her story? Wow. Didn't look like she had a gun to her head, huh?
Not one bit. But had that been a Black woman trying to tell her story, you got the law enforcement, ma'am, calm down. Can you just calm down? Ma'am, I need you to stand over there. Be quiet. No. Give me that same energy that you giving the Caucasian woman over here. Give me that same energy, sir.
Right. I mean, this looks like they were just having a fireside chat.
Yes. Come back over for tea and crumpets. Pretty much.
So it says there, she was confronted about the inconsistency, and it was asked if it was possible that she also misremembered, or outright lied, about what Owens was saying when banging on her door. The affidavit said Lorenz stated that she believes Owens was saying, "I'm going to kill you."
She done changed it up again.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Listen, you know what? We're setting ourselves up for failure right now because we're sitting here talking about this, and I'd be doggone. I know what's gonna happen. It's gonna change again, and it's gonna change again, and that lady gonna go on about her business, and that's on period.
Mm-mm-mm.
Uh-oh. Oh, in the way.
Although Owens and Lorenz allegedly had a rocky relationship, to say the least, Lorenz conceded to police during the second interview. Wow, she got a second chance to tell her story. That Owens never actually made any threats of violence during prior run-ins. That appeared to contradict the claim that she made in the first interview of Owens once throwing a metal no trespassing sign and Lorenz striking her leg. Boy, the lies just keep standing up.
Wow. Oh, she making it up as she goes along.
For real.
Oh, wow. I'm not impressed by anything she says. And if they let all that stuff get on record and they don't do anything about it, that's a hot mess. That's a hot dang on mess. That, you know what? For lack of a better way of putting it, it's the caucasity of it all.
The caucasity.
It's the caucasity of it all.
Oh, we got a new word there. I like
there's different levels to caucasity, you know, and this is up there. This is lofty by any stretch of the imagination. The caucasity of it all is lofty today. Yeah. Miss, what's her name again?
Lorenz. And let's see what she says. She also admitted, here we go. We're going to take it back to the Trayvon Martin.
Oh, Lord.
She also admitted to researching stand your ground laws and self-defense both prior to the shooting and on the day of her arrest.
That is premeditation, ladies and gentlemen. Good night. That is it. Yeah. That is premeditation. That's the definition of it right there. You can't mix that up with anything else but premeditation. And that's so period. This lady, and she just keeps open mouth, insert foot, but keep doing that. And as long as she does that, that's lovely. But if they don't follow through and prosecute this woman because she stalked that woman and her kids, if you're looking it up, because you're already looking for a way out and an alibi, I'm gonna need you to come on, man.
And another story, if you remember years ago, somebody remember Casey Anthony. You know, one of the things is, of course, she got off, but you know, they saw that on her computer she had been looking up certain things about, you know, how to suffocate someone and all that kind of stuff. So, so she was planning this to some degree. She planned this. There was premeditation. A search warrant also of Lorenz's cell phone showed that she recorded kids playing outside on the night of the shooting. Oh yeah, she was building a story. And she refused to cooperate when officers told her she was under arrest, suddenly claiming she was experiencing chest pain. And attempted to fall to the ground. Oh, she did a Fred Savage. She did a Fred Savage.
Chest pain. I knew that was coming.
She had chest pains all over her body. Oh, she tried to pull a Red Fox on us. Okay. In addition to manslaughter with the firearm, Lorenz faces charges of culpable negligence for discharging her firearm through the door, therefore exposing Owens' 10-year-old child to personal injury. Simple battery for throwing a roller skate at one child.
Yep. And an umbrella.
She's a witch.
Yes.
And 2 counts of simple assault for swinging an umbrella at 2 children.
These same 2 kids. These same 2 kids.
Now tell me this. How in the world does she get the chance? I mean, okay, let me say it like this.
Go back now.
She has had chance to plan this. She had the chance to research it. She had the plan to even, what's the word I'm looking for? Even build her alibi by getting the video, taking of the kids playing. Yeah, she was looking to kill her.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Playing it.
Absolutely.
Man, I don't know what's in her past, you know, but she was looking to kill her.
But I think if somebody really did, this is not something that just happens overnight. She's been harboring these feelings for quite some time. So I'm sure she's got something in her past that screams I'm a racist. So let's see how good some of these Google searches are. Let's see how good.
And here it is. She sat up there and she shot. Now watch this again. Stand your ground. Stand your ground law means if I enter into your home or your presence,
right,
and you feel like your life is threatened.
right.
How is your life threatened when you are
Inside
behind a locked door and the other person is not shooting at you?
Right. Right. And even still, if they were shooting at her, she was still within her domicile. I don't think it applies if you're inside behind a closed door. That person would be, I'm not sure. I'm not sure the logistics of that. I think, do you have to be face to face?
You have to be face to face, but you have to, there is a threshold there. Okay? Just like remember when the cop that mistakenly walked in the guy walked in the wrong apartment. Once he crossed that threshold, then okay, you're in their place. Now he wasn't being violent. So again, how can you listen? I'm in my house and I've got a door, a security door, and then the regular deadbolt door. Okay. Mm-hmm. So I don't care. You're not getting in here.
Right.
Okay. So I don't need to get a gun and shoot through the door because you're not getting in. Now, if I open the door, now that's a different story. Now you may push your way in. So that it's not adding up.
Well, I'm thinking that's the reason why she said she was kicking the door so hard. Yeah. Lady, no. Yeah. No. How long after this occurred was she arrested?
It was over a week.
So when she was in Salerno. I don't know. We are in a show. We live in a show. Try not to cuss.
Yeah.
You know.
But we want to go ahead and take a moment here, and we're going to watch. We get this from King Jive's show, the podcast, available on YouTube and Facebook and Instagram. He was there at the service today. I'm just going to show a couple of video clips and pictures from that, from King Jive's page on Facebook. We'll give him credit for that. One moment. See the Reverend Al Sharpton there?
Yeah, you see him right there.
Thank you to King Jive's show for this video. Look at those kids. Wow.
Oh my gosh.
Let's give Wow. Look at the people. Wow.
Wow, look at the people. Oh my gosh.
That's thanks to King Jobs for sharing that with us. You can catch him on YouTube. That's that's horrible.
Gosh.
Wow. All I know is that right is right, and she needs to be prosecuted and convicted by a jury of her peers for first
Absolutely.
degree. Now they went for manslaughter, which is I believe third degree.
Mm-hmm.
Now she still could get a conviction of a first degree because at least in this case they've undercharged her. Right.
They can go up.
Yeah. If they would have done first degree and the jury could have got hung on that, then she could have got off the whole nine. So I'm hoping that that's the case, that they undercharged her. And with all those other cases, I mean, she's going to spend the rest. She should. I'm saying
she should. That's the operative word. Should.
She should spend the rest of her life in the county jail. So.
County jail, she needs to go to the prison is where she needs to go to. The prison is where she needs to go. And she needs to roll up on one of that young lady's friends or cousins. That's what she needs to do. A good old justice. Good old, none of that law, all that foolishness. Listen, come get her. Come, but we got her zipped up in a bag. She didn't last long because that lady had no business. She almost... What if she injured that child?
Right.
She did injure him mentally because when his mother dropped next to him, can you imagine?
No, I didn't even think about that. That's right, because
this little boy. I just saw him on the video. I just saw them bring him in on the video. He will never be the same. Ever.
And we have to pray that for him, because and those children, that they don't get an anger and a vengeance and a hate in them, that then they don't end up,
Would you blame them? I mean, I can see it because guess what? And it's your mama.
Yeah.
It is your mother. Hey, she's the vessel that brought you here.
Yeah. So that we got to pray for them and cover them because we don't want them to become a statistic because. I mean, that's enough to make you
absolutely
say, okay, I want to hurt every white person I see.
Facts.
I'm not saying it's right.
But as soon as we do, oh, he's acting out. He's a Negro. Boy, I tell you, listen, it's getting... I never would have thought in our time growing up that we would be faced with some foolishness like this. And there's a lot of people, white people, that think that this behavior is okay and is justified. No, it just kind of ain't and not. You know what I'm saying? Like,
right.
I don't know.
Well, I think one thing now here's something that I want to bring up just for discussion, because now we have to sit there and say, when is enough?
Wait,
when is it okay to take the L? What I'm saying is, let me explain, because clearly they've been having problems for over a year, actually maybe 2 years,
right?
And the lady had a gun for at least a year, and so this has been an ongoing thing, and of course. She got tired of it. She had her child's several $100 iPad. So she went over there to get the iPad back. And I want to ask the question, when do you just take the L and say, you know what? I could go over there. I could get in her face. I could go get it. But because this has been so contentious, I'll just call the police and say, the lady stole my son's iPad as opposed to going to confronting her face to face. You know, because I
think
you can't say that about what a mother gonna do about the child. A mother bear gonna do about the child.
I think that she's been taking an L all this time. Because there's been no reports of her jumping on this lady, whooping this lady's ass, none of that. So my thing is, she has taken the L's all the way up until this point. You know, now had she come over with force and went after that lady, it would have been a different show. But I think she did take L's all the way up until the point where she lost her life. And that just goes to show that it literally is not anything you can do in a situation like that with that person already has their mind made up.
Right.
And she did, because she went and bought the gun. She looked up stuff on her phone. Listen, I'm gonna need y'all to stop looking stuff up on y'all phone and on these computers. Because as soon as you get up in court, they telling it on court TV, and I'll be right there listening to it. Listen, court TV be like in the internet search. How to now you know you shouldn't have did. Listen, what you do is you get somebody up. Okay, never mind. Wait, I digress. We'll talk about that. We'll talk about that later.
Yeah.
So she doing internet searches and taking videos and pictures of these children playing, not throwing nothing at her, not vandalizing her property. None of that. Well, what happened? Oh, that's the beautiful young lady.
Mm-hmm. That's a funeral program.
What is her first name?
Ajiki.
Yeah. So the sad part about that whole thing is this lady, no matter what she would have done, it would have ended up this way, because this lady had it in her mind and on her heart that she was going to take vengeance against children. That's where it started. I don't know. I God bless her family. Oh, that's so sad. That is so sad.
Yeah, it is. It is. And we definitely have to remember those kids. I don't know what the ages are. I know one was 6, one was 10. So that means maybe those other ones a little older. But
I thought it was only 2 of them.
No, it's 4 kids.
Oh wow.
Let me go back and look and see, but I think it was 4 kids. 1 second here. Let's go. Let's see. Yeah, mother 4.
Oh my God.
Mother 4. 35 years old. Just living. 4 kids. 4 kids. So, wow, that's horrible. That is horrible.